Hey traders, TG Watkins here. It is July 31st when I'm recording it, and today is FOMC day, but you guys should be seeing this the day after. And basically the news has come out, the market's not doing anything yet, it's waiting for Jerome Powell to speak and to do his Q&A. But leading up to that, so yesterday the 30th, these are two alerts towards the end of the day that I sent out to the Moxie subscribers. So I want you guys to see what I put out for the subscribers and how I guide them. And you can see here that I was saying that for the NASDAQ, I was basically looking for a bounce. I was saying we should get a bounce. But of course, we have earnings from Microsoft and we have the FOMC, so I'm not willing to do anything about it. But if it weren't for those things, I would be looking for the market to bounce and move up. Same thing with the SPY. So we know that we have a lot of components that are doing great, but we have a few components that are not. And so the S&P is basically in the middle. And if these can just stop going down, then I think that the market's going to go up. And that's what I was saying. And then lo and behold, we had Microsoft earnings, and I'll show you that wild ride. But check this out. The market dipped down just a little bit in the after hours because of Microsoft and whatnot. And then look, all of it was recovered in the overnight. Pretty crazy. So the move, yesterday, the 30th, is when I sent out that post and I said, I think we're going to get a bounce. And look at what we got today, the bounce. So that was pretty great, nice. Now this doesn't mean that we're out of the danger zone or out of the woodworks or anything else yet. I still need to see more confirmation, but there we go, nice move. Unfortunately, it all happened in the overnight, so there really wasn't too much for us to do and work with it. And then let me show you Microsoft, because man, this is pretty wild. If you look here, get my cursors lined up, Microsoft went all the way down there. That was a huge drop for Microsoft on earnings. And if you look at the activity, they brought it all the way back. So last night, if you went to bed, you're thinking, oh man, markets are down more, Microsoft is down. And then you look at Amazon, it was down in the overnight too, but then they brought it back up. And then you can look at Meta, and Meta was down in the overnight and then they brought it back up. So you go into bed thinking one thing and then you woke up in the morning to a completely different thing. And you're like, oh, okay, well, I guess they fixed it and decided they wanted this market up. So yeah, that's what they did with the markets and the S&P and the NASDAQ and all that too. So pretty wild as far as that goes. Now what we did do, and we just cashed this in. Let me show you this. So it was mostly a scratch trade because, we've seen this move before. It jumped up like this. I was like, it's not going to last. So I was a little early on buying a 0 DTE put. But then once I figured out where this thing was going to go, it stopped. And we sold a call credit spread, a 0 DTE call credit spread, and just said, look, I think this thing is going to pull back. We give it some time, some theta decay, 0 DTE, and that should help offset things. And sure enough, here's our 2-minute Moxie price trigger, here's our 5-minute Moxie price trigger, and right there is where I exited the long put for a small loss, but then we exited our call credit spread for a gain, and they washed each other out. So, pretty good way to salvage this. But I'll tell you, the thing that really excites me about this 0 DTE stuff, and I have a presentation tonight, so you guys will be seeing this tomorrow when it's out and recorded, so do check it out if you didn't see it live. But this move right here on the 30th doesn't look too bad, right? There was an easy 800% trade on a put there. Now, if I look at one of the strikes and you got it from like the low to the high, it was 1400% that this thing moved. Now, I don't expect to catch any of that. So let's just say, let's catch just the bulk of it. 800%. That is just mind-boggling to me that these things like this you can get 800% in just a few hours through the day. And you know what? You get one of those, and that'll buy you a few others to mess up on. And boy, that's a lot of dough. Even if you put a small amount of money, that's a huge amount of return. And this is just making me so excited that this happens all the time. More often than not, we're seeing really, really big moves. And so this is the kind of stuff that I'm doing. I'm going to show you guys my numbers. So watch the replay, check it out. And I think that this 0 DTE stuff is something I'm really going to be diving into and digging into. So if this excites you, if you guys have been hearing about this and wondering how to get into it, I'm going to show you how I see this using the Moxie indicator and going forward with it. So again, pretty darn excited. Tune in, watch the recording, and we'll see you guys then. Thanks again. Catch you later. Hey, TG here with Simpler Trading. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like or comment below. Also, make sure to subscribe and click that notification bell so you can stay up to date with my market analysis. Or you can join my free newsletter with the link in the description. Good trading, and I'll see you at the next video.